So some of the things that I think about that I've seen are unusual financial requirements might be reporting and trying to meet really very short timelines on getting reports or invoices to a specific sponsor. I see this a lot when we receive subawards. And because that prime awardee or that pass-through entity has to meet their deadlines, quite often we have to turn around financial reports and closeouts really fast. We also see that a lot with our state agencies, actually, in Oregon, where we are helping our sister agencies, if you will, perform work that they need to get done. So those are some of the things. We also, some agencies, not necessarily federal, but a lot of, no disrespect, Tracy, a lot of smaller nonprofits. I don't consider Smithsonian small, but they want a lot of documentation,
Yeah.
like copies of all the invoices and things like that. So we will always try to negotiate those requirements out. Having said that, sometimes the sponsor will not negotiate them out. So that's when the pre-award side of our office, they're talking to the accountants. They're also talking to the folks out in the departments, even if they're not departmental administrators. We have shared services units. We call them business centers here at Oregon State, that they're the ones who are doing the day-to-day paying the bills and helping the PIs with financial reports so that the PIs can see what their award balances are and things like that. But we have to work as a team when we have to present more than the typical FFR or SF425 type of information. Because if you really think of what an SF425 looks like, there's basically, here's what we spent, here's what we've received, here's our cost sharing, and you're welcome to come and look at our record. So if you, but some other smaller nonprofits or even some smaller universities really want to see some detail, especially if for some odd reason you're you're on a corrective action plan about something from an audit. There's many ways that you have to think about this. And what comes to mind when I mention that, even though it's at the negotiation phase, when I was working at the University of Oregon, they had a subaward from the University of Minnesota when Minnesota was deemed exceptional, which you think would be happy, but it isn't. And so they couldn't do no cost extensions, they couldn't do rebudgeting, they couldn't do carry forward. So Minnesota couldn't do them, and that meant we couldn't do them either at the University of Oregon. So, of course, we asked the question, why can't we do this? Well, here's why. Okay, got it. So it's a good communication time to think about anything that's unusual. We at Oregon State try to balance over communicating with PIs, but so use a little bit of a judgmental basis about what we think the PI or the business center or shared services folks need to know.